Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. But today, guys, we have to focus on Real Madrid. I will be telling you a lot about Real Madrid, the manager, and all the rest, as promised yesterday. I told you, and I will quickly touch on that today. But obviously, the big breaking news today is coming about Real Madrid and what's happening once again at the training ground. Because I told you in a video yesterday, the situation is very tense at Real Madrid. I was confirming to you a few days ago how there was a fight between two players already a few months ago. But things have been happening, unfortunately, for Real Madrid, because it's a serious situation also in the recent days and in the recent hours. So what's going on? The story came out of Marca, one of the most important newspapers in Spain and in Europe, and it's fully confirmed. Yesterday, Fede Valverde and Tchouameni had a fight in training. It was a very tense situation, a very complicated situation between them. Then the situation didn't get resolved over the night. Despite the fight happening in the training session on Wednesday, the expectation normally when these things happen, because this can be part of football, was to sort everything immediately on Wednesday. And that wasn't the case. On Thursday, today, when they returned to Valdebebas, for those who don't know, Valdebebas is the training ground of Real Madrid, outside of the center, when they met today for training, the situation was very tense. Tchouameni and Valverde, despite being encouraged by some teammates, were not able to agree and to cancel the dispute of the day before. The situation was tense again in training, even during the training session. It's true that some tackles took place, a tense exchange between the two, a very complicated situation to manage also for the staff and also for the teammates. From what I'm hearing, Álvaro Arbeloa didn't enter the dispute, so it was directly between Tchouameni and Fede Valverde. And then after the training, the situation really degenerated, and the situation became really complicated because it became really tense between the two. It's true that Fede Valverde got hit and went straight to the hospital. Then he returned to Valdebebas after that together with his family, but the situation is very, very tense. Unfortunately for Real Madrid and for two fantastic players, because it's sad when these kind of things happen, but it's the reality. So the story from Marca is 100% confirmed. Even RMC Sport is reporting that there was a punch by Tchouameni to Fede Valverde. This is RMC Sport information. A straight punch from Tchouameni to Valverde, and Valverde losing consciousness and then going to the hospital after suffering even a cut on his head. So a very complicated situation at Real Madrid. Now, what's going to happen next? The expectation, first of all, is for Real Madrid to take disciplinary measures for the two players. So Real Madrid are investigating the situation already today, already now, while I'm recording this video. This is involving everyone in this emergency situation at Real Madrid. Is involving the management, is involving the staff, is involving obviously the players, is involving the manager, but is also involving the president. Florentino Perez is aware about the situation. My understanding is that even Florentino Perez already spoke to the players. So there was already that a conversation between Florentino and them. Obviously, it's unacceptable for Real Madrid, for the president, for all people who represent Real Madrid to have these sort of situations. One of the problems between the two is how the news got leaked yesterday, and this is why the fight continued today. Because yesterday the news got leaked once again by Marca, and let's say that they were not happy with that. And so this was one of the points being discussed today. Florentino Perez, according to my own information, already spoke to them and to people at Real Madrid. They are deciding on disciplinary measures, so let's see what Real Madrid will decide in terms of sanctions for the two players. There is a Clásico on Sunday at the Camp Nou. If Barcelona win or draw, they will be champions of Spain in front of Real Madrid. So imagine what kind of game it is, and imagine arriving at that game with Real Madrid almost with 0 titles this season, after a really poor season, after a very tense season, with a manager fired like Xabi Alonso, and now also with this situation of two top players in a complicated exchange. So there will be measures, there will be official statements. I expect, for example, the players to react, the players to publish something and clarify their positions. For sure, Fede Valverde is expected to do that, and he's not the only one. So there is going to be reactions to this story. Of course, I think it's minimum for Real Madrid fans, one of the biggest clubs in the world, and for sure their fans want to know the official position from the club and from those involved. It's not the first time this is happening this season. It's been a difficult season at Real Madrid, on but also off the pitch. It's true that in February, Toni Rüdiger and Álvaro Carreras had problems, had very difficult moments, very hot exchange on the training ground, on the training pitch. It's true, Carreras and Rüdiger. These two players had more problems over the following months, but then they've been able to sort the situation. Now is Valverde and Tchouameni. So you're understanding why Florentino Perez is obviously considering how to react in terms of, again, disciplinary measures, how to react directly, speaking with the players and speaking with people at the club. But then, guys, there is going to be consequences also, because the clear message coming out of Real Madrid and what they feel at the club is that this team cannot continue like this. The management, the discipline is too important. Jose Mourinho remains the name. Jose Mourinho remains a strong name. I told you a long time ago that Jose Mourinho remains a strong candidate. I told you a long time ago, I think no one told you at the time, Jose Mourinho is ready to take the job at Real Madrid, and that remains the case. Even with this tense situation at Real Madrid, even with a very complicated situation on the technical point of view, on the dressing room point of view, these exchanges between players, Jose Mourinho still remains open to taking Real Madrid job. But the understanding I have is that this still depends on Florentino Perez. I will tell you more on Mourinho very soon. My plan was to do that today, but today we have this kind of breaking news, and so let's wait a bit, but it's going to be a matter of short time, and I will update you on the manager situation at Real Madrid. But I think today, once again, after yesterday, after the recent months with Carreras, with Rüdiger and more players, I think now you're understanding why Real Madrid are preferring a sort of manager who can be very strong, who can put a dressing room together. Carlo Ancelotti was fantastic on that, let me say, but it's not just about these players. Even players that were at Real Madrid in the past sometimes had problems, but with Ancelotti they were always able to sort the situation, to go all together, to resolve the dispute and to fight for Real Madrid, for the badge, for the club, for the history. So that was the case. Now at Real Madrid the feeling is that they need someone similar, who can unite the situation and can help Real Madrid move forward in the best way possible. For sure it's a sad day for Real Madrid, because when you have, also it's not two young players, these are two fantastic world-class players among the best midfielders in the world. So it's very sad to see these kind of situations, especially because it's been 2 days, not just once. They were not able to resolve the situation. Measures are coming, El Clásico is also coming, but Real Madrid, Mourinho, the manager situation is going to be our next topic very soon. And on this, guys, and on much more, I will keep you updated here on my YouTube channel. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon here every single day.